Right, back again. Another abstract, or trying to abstract the landscape, and one of my favourite types of, well, I have several, but locally there's the Mitcham Common with the Seven Islands, which is a large pond, very large pond, or a very small lake with seven small islands on it. And it's fairly close by. And since I'm a landscape painter, I've got to make use of these sort of scenes in the suburban South London where I live. But of course, I change them. I just make up views of them as I want to do. Right, now back to basics. I've primed this board with PVA glue and plaster of Paris, and I've daubed it with stippled it with a brush to get this texture. Other textures, I use a cloth to dab it, and finer, so like a tea towel. We can just stipple with it, dab it on, and create what texture you like, and you can make the texture as thick as you like. And using plaster of Paris, as I have here, it dries very quickly. And I help it along with a hairdryer. You can use this all-purpose ready mixed filler for interior and exterior, non-shrink. However you like, you can mix your PVA glue with sand, anything. PVA glue, once it's dry, which is quite quickly, becomes plastic. And that's what acrylic paint is. It's PVA mixed with pigment, artist pigment, and it's very versatile. You can do all sorts of things with it, and once it's dry, of course, it's waterproof, but it dries, and this is its virtue, it dries very, very much quicker than oil, minutes rather than days or hours if you're using alkyd resin based oil paints, which I used to. Right, I'll just give the board a bit of a spray so that it lubricates my paint. So we get a bit of a background. Let's go in for a lightish mood. So we just put in a background. We don't have to stick with it. I'm using. I put a couple of nails, panel pens or veneer pens in my easel here, just so that I can paint right down to the bottom of the board. Let's have a bit more red in there. Fill the gaps, and it'll also seal the surface to form a nice plastic coat over it. Have some fun with your paint. This is quite fierce. The surface on the brushes, it's had a bit of orange in it. More. Well, that's blending, so let's just. The one I did earlier, I've made a couple of modifications to it. It's tidied up a little bit, and then we'll see where we're going here. Get some nice lights down on the pond, the lake. You know, bit of red, bit of orange, load of white, bit of yellow. So we can have sort of a sunrise or whatever we want. That's some burst. And when it dries, I can drag over it. Let's go back with some of the blue now. There's a bit of alizarin as well. Okay. just make a sort of a misty sky here. Remember, I'm making this up as I go along. I'm not working from a model really, other than this, which I did a month or so ago. But I want much more landscaping in that, more trees and stuff. It's a lovely surface, very, very rough. Right, let's go a bit more blue on the top. We're not in. We can let this dry and then we can make whatever adjustments we like on that. Put some light back in that, but it needs to be a bit dry. Okay, let's take another colour and put in a background. Most of mine are winter views. I like winter trees, but then again, autumn is a lovely time of year to paint. But I like to put in a nice background. That shows behind the other trees and islands or whatever I might put in. Bit of red in there, I think. So I just want that to show up as a background behind the other trees, whatever I put in. This area used to be quite flat, but there's been a lot of landfill from household rubbish and motorway debris. They've made hills over my lovely Mitcham Common and destroyed a flat landscape, which I'm very partial to. Right, okay, we'll put in a bit of red in there. Right, okay, so autumny colours. There's a bit of burnt sienna in there. Bit of burnt umber. Not sure burnt umber goes with those greys, but so I'm going to put greens with made from black. Might put an island in there. My red. So a bit of yellow in that. Then this would be a foil for the darker tones. Right, okay, my black and my yellow, red. It's difficult to show you my palette when I'm doing this. Can't hold it in my hand like the watercolour. It's much larger. We're just piling colour on colour at the moment. No attempt at any modelling. Just dragging over those high spots. I could make that an island there. Bring that up there. And I can scumble over that with some autumny colours. Plenty of black in this, black and yellow. Okay. I've got to put a bit of a beach in. I'll put a bit of a beach here, I think. Sandy, pebbly. Then I can put something in it to come up into that space there. It's really, really nice painting into a texture. Okay. We can get some reflection coming down. Okay. Clean the brush. I'm wearing the gloves to keep my hands dry. Quite a little paint in that brush. Gone down to the blue. The sky is quite delicate, but having said that, it won't be delicate for much longer. Now I've discovered that it's too delicate. But I want to put in some autumn colours in here. Nice red, with orange, with sienna. I'll put some more green over that. Let's just get that down here. So we've got some complementary colours going into this. Greens against the reds. Now I know there's like a bank across the other side of this. Let's get this island. Nice dark, rich dark in here. In the island. I'm always conscious of trying to make a painting rather than a copy of anything these days. I spent years copying. I know that's how you learn, but there comes a time where you want to start painting, feeling what you feel about something and enhance it. Right, dark. Right, let's get some lighter yellows in here. So we're going to get evergreens with autumn colours, but the red or the green enhances anything red that you put in it. It's the complementary colour. So let's drag some red over there. How are we doing? That's looking right. Right, I'm going to put in some nice, just some light water across here. Let's have a bit of that grey. Soften it. Okay, so we've got a bit of water going on over there. Right, let's get some nice reds now. Let's lighten it with a bit of that orange. Now, I've seen a lot of the autumn pictures I did, but many of our trees, the autumn colours are sort of an autumny green rather than autumny brown, red. They go red when they lie on the ground for any length of time, it seems. Right, now let's put in some white, yellow, bit of red, bit of white. So we can put some highlights in all this. So I'm making or trying to make an attractive picture rather than a copy of realism. I don't want it too real. Otherwise it won't be abstract, will it? Right, we'll put in a nice autumny colour on here. Right, now we want the dark reflections. Okay, so we've got some reflections there. Right, now let's have a bash of the sky now. Well, bit of that orange, bit of alizarin, bit of yellow. So we'll nice light. Just give that nice bit of interest in the sky. Well, let's just scumble over those trees now, catching the light. Just reduce the intensity. We'll try that a bit now. We can put in some bit of light coming across the lake now. We're picking up that colour there. I keep looking around at the screen just so that I can see what you're actually looking at. Just catching the high spots on the texture. Give that sparkle. Okay, I need to do something on here now. Put a bit of a bush. I won't put a tree going up there, but I want that to dry off a little bit before I scumble over it. So I'll go in with my really yellowy green. And get that nice dark green now. Red, yellow, black. There's so much black in here. Give a nice shadowy contrast. Right, well that shows up there. Let's get another brush now. I'll give that a dry, so take your headphones off. Right, now I want to separate the background here from this shape there, so I'm going to mix up a grey, the blue, red and white, and then just reduce that by putting a cooler colour on it. But just letting some of those colours bleed through. I can always put a bit of light back in there. Now when it doesn't go quite right, don't give up on it. Just keep working. Which you can do with acrylic. I need that bit darker on the outside of this here. Right, more light in there, I think. Now we can just go back with some light here, because orange is the complementary to violet. Although I don't use ready mixed violets, I have got some, but I tend just to mix the blue and the red. Alright, let's get something more of that grey red. You can use alizarin as your red. Let's get some of that sky colour across here. Alright, let's get that lighter there. Look, it's all just drying now and you can drag over it. Well, you can put some of that. Let's make a richer mauve to go in here. Show some shadow in there. Right. Okay. More light on the background now. Catching the light reflected off this cloud I've put in across the back there. So lemon yellow, plenty of white, orange. Just catch some of the high spots. Oh, lovely. Very impressionist. Yeah, put a green in there now. But bright greens, don't want it too dull. Okay, right, let's put that in a frame. So I've got to take my gloves off first. They're vinyl gloves and they stick to your fingers a bit. But it's handy having a box of them. They're very cheap. I bought a box of 100 for £5. Got the extra large. Right, okay. No peeping. Try to do too many things at once here. Stay with me. Picture going in now. Alright, just fits the frame. Okay, so there we have another abstract expression, this type of painting. No detail, just suggestions. I haven't put any branches or twigs or anything in here. I've just used colour to create this landscape of my local southern islands. I made the islands look a bit bigger than they are, but then that's abstracting for you, isn't it? Let's come round, move this way. And let's go in. Now, there's nothing too difficult about all this, it's just paint on paint. But a heavy reliance on texture paste, making your own texture. You don't need to buy it. Well, you have to buy the plaster, but it's very cheap, it lasts ages. PVA glue is, if you buy a large tub of it, 3 or 4 litre plastic container filled with it. It's very, very cheap. And you can make it as thick as you like. So you just about see the background trees in the mist. I've created slightly a misty effect in the sky, but that's as it works out. But I quite like that. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.